Hello and welcome back to Wireman's Whimsy. It is Throwback Thursday, and from my retired shelf I have pulled the Layered Leaves Dynamic Textured Impressions Embossing folder, and I've also pulled the Iridescent Rhinestone Basic Jewels off the shelf. And I didn't want to waste any of the DSP. There's a whole sheet of die cuts that comes in this set, and between each of the die cuts is these little pieces. So I saved them and I'm going to use them on this card. Now this is my prototype and it needs just a little something. So we're going to do this one just slightly differently. We're using the Let's Celebrate from the set. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to put some adhesive right on the card front all the way across. That's about inch and a quarter maybe there. And then I'm going to put some more along the bottom like that. And I am just going to layer these pieces on. So probably a little boring for everybody who's watching, but we are literally going to lay these across in the adhesive. Just line them up right next to each other. A little bit of a gap is okay because we are using the folder and it will hide some bits of some little gaps, but it won't hide big gaps. So that, I think this one might be too short. Yes, it is. So put that one off to the side. And I want this one next. I'm just trying to put it together so that you can see the different pieces, that it doesn't all just kind of blend together. So let's put this one here like this. Oh, let's see if we can peel that one up without too much damage. There we go. Okay, so we need to make sure that they are even at the ends. I'm not going to worry about that little bit there. It'll be fine. And then that's all for there. That's all the adhesive covered up. So I'm going to start down here, adding these pieces in. We'll take the green one. Just layering them all up, pressing them down. You don't have to press very hard because they're going to go through the embossing folder, and that will tighten everything up just nicely. So I'm going to pop that down, and that is just long enough. There we go. And then I can put this one on like that. Okay, sorry, lots of silences in this video as I concentrate. So then I'll put our last piece on like that. And then we are going to trim our pieces. And I pulled my big scissors out, and now of course I can't find them. So we'll just use the little ones. Okay, so we're just going to trim off all of our edges, just even with our card base. Oh, and I should have said, this piece of basic white is 5 by 3 3/4. Just looking to see if I've got I don't have a piece of paper that has that on it. It's 5, yeah, I do. It's 5 by 3 3/4, and then this is a 5 1/4 by 4. It's just a standard card base. Sorry, I should have had that out at the very beginning. So it's 5 by 3 3/4. Okay, so we're just going to finish trimming these all off like that. Okay, let's take all those pieces. Now I'm going to put this in the folder, and I'm going to run it through, And with this really thick, this is a really, really thick embossing folder, I just need the base plate and one of the cutting plates. And then it'll go through the machine just fine. So there might be a fairly loud bang. Oh no, it was okay. Sometimes this one bangs really loudly because it's that little bit thicker. And you have to put the folders through with the spine straight on or else it can distort. So let's just peel this out. Come on, you can do it. There we go. Okay, so I am just going to take this and I'm going to flat mount it. I'm going to go all the way around the edges because it's that deep embossing, so it's going to waffle at the edges if I don't. Just drop that down, pop it down like that. Okay, and then I played with the idea of dimensionalizing this, and I didn't dimensionalize the first card, but I might dimensionalize this one. And those of you who've been watching for a while know I use all of my dimensionals right through to the edge. And if you're just tuning in, it's a great way to get extra value out of your dimensionals, is just use those pieces from the edges. They are just as sticky and just as functional as the hexagons in the middle. So I've got one left on here. I'll just pop that in the middle. There we go. Okay. So dimensionalizing the card front just kind of gives it just a level of depth. So it needs to go this way. And we're just going to line this up. We've got a petal pink card base, our Lost Lagoon matte, and then our basic white. And I need to stamp my greeting. So I've got the Calypso Coral to stamp the greeting because there's a lot of Calypso Coral in here. I thought about doing it on a Calypso Coral card base, but it was too much Calypso Coral. So let's line this up. We'll stamp this down. This piece of paper is 1/2 inch. This piece of basic white is 1/2 inch. So I'm just going to come in and I'm just going to trim off at a diagonal there. And then I'm going to turn it around and I'm going to use that as my guide to cut the other edge. There we go. So I've got the Let's Celebrate, and now we are going to adhere that. It looked a little plain, just like that. So we are going to just adhere it to a 1/2 inch piece of the DSP that it's just an offcut from doing the other cards. So just going to follow that line and create that. And now let's just grab some more of these dimensionals. I'm just going to put a couple of dimensionals on the back of here like this. Peel those off and we'll add this on. And I'm going to put it, as you probably already figured out, I'm going to put it right here in the middle like that. And then I've got one of the die cuts from the kit. And we are going to put that at the top of the card. So I'm going to take one of the corners there, put it right in the middle. And then I can take a couple of the smaller pieces from the sides and just put those on the edges like this. Okay, the videos this week, usually I like to keep them around 5 minutes, under 10 for sure, but the videos this week have taken me just a little bit longer to do. So I apologize that the videos are longer than normal this week. So we're just going to pop that at the top like that. And then we're going to grab some of these iridescent gems or iridescent rhinestone basic jewels, and we're going to pop a couple onto the card. And let's do that. And then I'm going to put one down there and one up here, and I'm going to pop one down at the bottom here. So there are the two versions of the card. This is what I started with, and that's what we've created in the video. I really like this one. This one I think this is a bit too low on the card. And there's not enough of it. I really, really do like this version. So thank you so much for watching, and let's create together again soon.